you're here, darling. I've been waiting all morning for you. Yes, I know the sun has barely even risen yet, but this is our special day together. And it's going to be our special afternoon, our night, and hopefully, if all goes according to plan, tomorrow morning will be the same. Oh yes, darling. I've been waiting for this for months. 24 hours, just you and me, one-on-one. A sleepover with plenty of girl time. Honestly, trying to get a day off, let alone 2 days, from William was a nightmare. I had to work a ton of overtime, finish paperwork that I started and didn't finish months ago. But it was all worth it. Were you able to get the extra day off from your master as well? Oh, thank goodness. Then I won't have to put him on the to-die list for interrupting our special time. It's been ages since I've been able to talk with another woman who isn't, dead, or a pesky angel, or an irritating little brat. This is quite a relief. And don't worry, I have all manner of activities lined up for us. Nothing too fancy or anything, of course. Let's face it, we've had enough of fancy and professionalism for the last few months. We just need to unwind, let loose, and just enjoy each other's company, don't you think? First things first, let's get you out of that outfit. Honestly, did you really wear that here? You look like you're going to a ball or something. As I said, this is just for fun and relaxation. Get into something more comfortable. Oh, you are comfortable in that? All right. I don't really know much about dresses and how comfortable they can be, but I trust you. If at any point you want to change, you know where the guest room is, where the bathroom is, everything. Assuming you still remember, of course. It has been such a long time since you've come over here. Oh, good. All right, next. If you're hungry or thirsty, snacks and refreshments are in the kitchen. You know where that is. I also have some in the dining room and just everywhere, really. Anywhere you could possibly get hungry or thirsty, I've placed something there. Well, except for the restroom. I figured you wouldn't want to be eating or drinking anything in there since, even though I've cleaned every inch of this house before your visit, that's just a very unsanitary place. What else? Oh, I have plenty of interesting books to read while you're here. Plenty of games that we can play. Yes, I know you're only here for 24 hours and that we have to sleep at some point. Well, you do. You're the human one, after all. But still, we can squeeze a lot of activities into that amount of time, don't you think, darling? So, spill the tea, darling. What have you been up to lately? Darling, he's not here. You don't have to refer to him as His Highness. Ugh, that trancy brat is so stuck up. Well, yes, he is set to die shortly, but that doesn't give him an excuse. Well, actually it does, because I had to review his life because of that, since there is an issue with his soul that we need to resolve before he dies, and I had to go back through his life and make sure that it wasn't just a clerical error. And as it turns out, he did have a pretty rough life, so I suppose he has the right to be stuck up and extremely bratty. It's nothing compared to what he went through. But still, you don't have to respect him in this house. Oh, you're kidding me. The Phantom Hive brat is going over to his manor for a costume ball? Oh, now I need to find a way to see this. Really? Oh, thank you, darling. I really need to sneak in there and see that. What's wrong, darling? You seem a bit down. This is girl time. Come on, what's wrong? Something that I said? What is it, darling? I didn't mean to offend or upset you in any way. How can I make you better? Oh. It's what I said about your master. What about the fact that he had a hard life, or that he's supposed to die shortly? Both. Ah, yes. Well, there's nothing you can do about the past. It is what it is. It belongs in the past. And the future, unfortunately, there's nothing you can do for him now. His name has been on the to-die list for weeks. Why are you so upset about this, darling? What's the matter? Come on, you can tell me. Of course, you and I are best friends. I would never judge you for anything you say. Oh, darling, I am so sorry. I never thought that you'd grow so close to him. Darling, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have brought that up. You would have found out sooner or later, but now was clearly not the time or the place. You know what? If you'd like, I can probably speak to Will about it. Yes, of course. I know how much you care about your master. And I know that without employment, you won't be able to provide for yourself or your family for very long. Oh, so what if I have to work overtime to pull it off? I worked far more overtime than you can even imagine just to pull this off. I can handle anything William throws at me. Besides, you'd be doing me a favor, you know. Of course. You'd be giving me more opportunities to spend time with William. And I'll be giving you more time to spend with that dear master of yours. Of course, darling. Best friends, gal pals, if you will, help each other out. And we're no different. I help you, you help me, and the world keeps spinning. This is going to work out rather well for the both of us. I'll speak to Will about it tomorrow. Yes, of course, after you've left. It's no issue at all, darling. Better than me asking him for time off to go visit Bassie. Oh, he always yells at me for that. But for this, worst he'll do is yell or lecture me. But I can deal with that. It's worth it to help my best friend in the whole world. What? You are my best friend, darling. Of course. You know, your young master has it out for my Bassie. Rather amusing to watch. But, you know, I doubt anything will happen. After all, Sebastian is one hell of a butler, as he says, and of course I believe him. Claude, on the other hand, yes, your master's favourite of your servant comrades, he's far too focused on things like tap dancing. He is. I have seen his life, his existence. All he ever does whenever he's working is tap dance. It is ridiculous. I mean, he's a grown man and a demon. Oh, darling, trust me. You need to find a way to sneak in and watch him while he's setting the table or something like that. Because he will dance on the table, on the banisters, anything. It is the most hilarious thing in the world. Oh, there's another benefit to letting your master live. You get to see Claude dance more. You know, you could probably blackmail him with that information. It's not technically legal, but, you know, he's a demon, so human laws don't really apply to him anyway. Really, though, I'd love to see him get embarrassed by that. Oh, Yes, of course, I can fix you something to eat. You didn't eat before you came here? Darling. No. It's no trouble to make you something. That was just very irresponsible of you. Yes, I know I'm irresponsible as well. That's why it was even more irresponsible of you. Because I'm rarely ever this prepared. You couldn't have possibly known that I would have been able to feed you, darling. Oh, yes, I know. I still would have done anything I had to make sure my best friend got a hot meal first thing in the morning. All right. I'll whip something up for you. How about... Ooh! I could make you a waffle sundae if you'd like. Well, basically, you make a waffle and then you put ice cream and sundae toppings on top of it. Doesn't that sound sinfully delicious? Oh, come now, it's your day off. Calories on these days don't count. Shh, they don't count. Shh, no, they don't. Do you want a treat or not? Then they don't count, okay? Good. Now, just sit tight and I'll have this ready in no time. And hopefully I don't almost burn my house down like I did last time. I'm kidding! Wish I was kidding. You weren't supposed to hear that. Nope. I won't burn the house down. I promise. Probably.